You gathering all the toys for yourself. Is this what came out of your advent calendar this morning? Where instead of filming us opening it, I took a photograph, didn't I? Mindy, you'll have to find it later, won't you? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. So I've done the cutting out of my Ramona skirt, and I've cut out my Fran pyjamas, and I have filmed that, so hopefully I'll be able to either slot it in next, or you may have seen it already. I did laugh though when I watched back my Fran pyjama cutting session, because you'll notice that I have a packet of biscuits, like leftovers from the Think Pink boxes. They are just the devil. So a few little packets of cookies, and they're there on the cut now table. Talk about, like, there's no way I could say that I'm being really good and staying off the cookies and things, but yeah, I got a sugar rush this morning. I just needed the cookies, you know. So you'll notice slight improvement to the situation. I've just done the filming of the kind of sew along to go with the Risac sweatshirt. So initially I made the Risac sweatshirt, so the Maison Fauve one. I was doing the kits yesterday. This is just a little bit last minute. I promise you I'm not always this bad. This is the Risac sweatshirt. So I made this, and Maison Fauve always do a sew along for all of their patterns. I should have really put this phone into a stand while I was talking, but anyway, hey ho, we're on the run. And their sew alongs are really good. I always watch them before I make something, but they don't do the cutting out, and obviously they don't talk about the sizing or anything like that. So I thought it was usually when I do my kit, I do like a full sew along, but I thought it's kind of pointless because they've done a full sew along, which is actually really good. They're talking in French, but I just turn off the volume and I watch it. But I did think, okay, I'll do like a hints and tips video and I'll just talk about it. But then I thought, no, I want to show such a thing, and no, I want to show the cutting layout and all sorts of things. So anyway, I practically filmed the whole sew along, but I more filmed just like the bench where I'm showing things, and I didn't show an awful lot of sewing. So, oh, I've totally lost my train of thought. But what I was going to do anyway, the why I've picked up the phone is that I'm going to just show you like the little stands that I use when I'm doing my sew-alongs. I do have two cameras, but I only have one tripod. I used to have two tripods, but one of them was very wonky and I was always afraid that I was going to knock it over. I need to get another tripod. So when I'm at my sewing machine here, I've got this guy. So he's got one of these little things here, and I clip my phone in. So when I'm doing my filming at the sewing machine, I put my phone in and I use that. I've got a similar one at my overlocker. Now, funnily enough, I didn't actually film any overlocking today, but yeah, I've got another one here. So this is how this looks. So that's a gooseneck one, it's called. And then this one has like a little hinge, almost like a crane. So I've them both clipped on there. And then I go around here and I use my tripod. So I've got my tripod and my camera. I usually have a cutting out mat. I'll get that. This is a little foldy up one that the prim rep gave me, and they're lovely. I love them. So I didn't get them in pink, but anyway, you know, I got them as a present. So they're really handy. I usually put that there so that I can keep an eye on where I'm filming. Now, I'm not the best at filming, but I try to set it up there. I've got the screen there. Sometimes what I do is I'll have my iPad and I can connect it via Bluetooth and I can see what's on the screen. But I left my iPad at home. Now I know I don't have too far to go, but I've a lot of deliveries today. And you know what'll happen? The minute I'll go home to collect the iPad, the postman or delivery will come. So yeah, I set that up there, and then I have my iron here. So yeah, so I have a nice little setup. The reason I've got some makeup on my face is that I have to film like the introduction to the sweatshirt yet. So I try to look a little bit decent, and I thought, well, you've all had to see my like rough exterior, particularly yesterday was so unattractive and so rough looking. So I thought, oh, I'll snap some makeup on. Now again, I'm not the best putting makeup on, but anyway, look at I do my best. So I was here this morning thinking I've already filmed the cats opening their advent calendar by not turning the video on. So I took a photo of the cats and the advent calendar this morning. So there's been a few like YouTube gremlins for the last bit of Vlogmas. The only problems I have been like user idiotness. So turning the not turning the video on, duh. And then today when I was doing my sew along, this thing here, this is why I need to get another tripod to have another camera. This thing here, when I put it in, because the lovely people of Apple have put the buttons. Do you remember the older iPhones? All the buttons were up the top. It was brilliant. And then they've moved them down. Well, when I clamp it in here, somehow I turn the blasted video off. So I was sewing the part of the sweatshirt that I thought was really tricky, which is where the pockets are. And I know, blowing my own trumpet, sorry, I know I did a really good explanation of how to sew it. And I thought, oh, you've done really well there, clapping myself on the back. Took the phone out and I couldn't see that it had videoed. So I thought, oh, well, maybe when I took the phone out, I had switched off the button. But no, I took a blooming photograph of the sewing machine before I started sewing. Then I sewed the other side, and halfway along, I heard somebody come to the door, so I had to stop. And you know, when you've done something really well once, it's never as good the second time. So because I had kind of got disheartened almost. So yeah, that was actually really annoying. I'm going to try and make today's video a little bit shorter as well because yesterday's was a little bit too long. I slotted Jason in at the end, and that seems to be the little bit that you've all liked. So well done, Jason. So yeah, today is going to be shorter, and for lots of reasons as well. Keep it shorter so that more people can watch it, because I think a 25-minute video is a little bit of a put off. And number two, it took me ages to edit that last night. Ages. And the night before it took me even longer. So I have to cut down on the videos. As the days go on, I'm getting a little bit more in tune with taking videos. So I think Sunday was okay because I had Jason with me. Monday it was an absolute disaster. I videoed and I thought none of them were any good. They were all boring, and then I ended up uploading the first one that I did during the day. So yeah. Yesterday I can't even remember. And today's, I promise, it's gonna be short. So I have the gym again this evening, go me, 4 o'clock, 4:30 today. So it's quite early today. And I'm hoping that when I go home that I might actually sew my Ramona skirt, because the shop is open tomorrow and I just fancy having a new outfit, you know. So I fancy making the skirt. It's not going to take long. I have it cut out. Have to say, oh, here I go. Now, this is why my videos end up being like 25 minutes long, because it's the tangents that start. So I have my pajamas and my skirt cut out. I've cut out lining for the skirt, so this lovely lining, I think that's going to be really nice. The pajama fabric is so soft, so I washed it yesterday evening. Hands up, I actually tumble dried it because I thought the chances of my pajamas going into the tumble dryer are fairly, yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? So I washed them on a quick wash. So when I do my pre-washing, I wash on a quick wash and I do put in detergent. So I know a lot of people say they don't put in detergent. I do, because I like the smell when they come out. And I threw it straight into the dryer. I watched and I was careful with the dryer to make sure that it didn't get like over dried. So I opened it a couple of times, kind of felt it. And when it was like almost dry, like almost dry, I took it out, folded it up, and I didn't even iron it before I started cutting out this morning. It was just perfect. Oh my goodness, it is just so nice. And the buttons yesterday, oh, so yeah, if you didn't watch my vlog yesterday, I talked about needing buttons for my pajamas, and then I went home and opened my advent calendar, and I think the buttons are pretty perfect. Now they're a little bit more bluey. The fabric is purple, but there's blue in it, so they're absolutely just gorgeous. I am going to turn the camera so you can see them with the fabric. So what do you think? I think they're smashing with it, because there is the blue and there's the purple, and I think it's like, there, if I turn them over you'll see the colour a little bit better. I think they're just perfect. That now was absolutely 100% meant to be. So I have to say, this Jazz and Wow advent calendar is bringing me so much joy. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to go home and open today's one. It's just such a treat. I'm not. I just can't get over it as well that every single piece that is in the advent calendar has been made. Like, Bex has made every single thing that goes into it. I've no idea what's coming today. I did take everything out yesterday evening and I put them all back into, like, I can pick number 4 out now and number 5. And the hardest thing for me was not to pick up each package and sort of feel to guess what was in it, because I'm a disaster like that. So I put everything back in, closed the lid. Like when I got that advent calendar, I left it in the packaging so that I wouldn't even touch it. I didn't even want to see what the box was like, even though I did see a few spoilers on Instagram, because people were showing that they'd got the box, and there you go, look at. So that was slightly spoiled, but oh, the contents are just Amazing. So I'm going to leave it at that. And the next time you see me, I will be opening day 4. I may film my little walk down to the gym just to show you how quick it is to get anywhere here in Poundbury. That's what I really love about it. So I won't go on because I'll talk about that another day. So what delights does this lovely calendar have for me today? I couldn't wait to come home and open it. Day 4 is here because I've reorganized them all. Books. Okay, one-handed again. Oh, wow. Oh, I was hoping today would be earrings, and these are beautiful. Hold on while I open them. How absolutely stunning are these earrings? Stars with sparkles. Oh, I just love them. I just absolutely love them. I'm in my gym gear. I'm not long home. I've had my dinner because I was beginning to get hangry. Now, they are not going to look so good with my sweatshirt, but oh, they're beautiful. I love them. Oh, I just love this calendar so much. I have an evening of editing ahead of me now. I had hoped to sew my Ramona skirt together, but well, number one, I left it at work, and number two, by the time I've done all my editing between this vlog and my sew along from today, or my kind of sew along today, there won't be any time. I seem to have got really slow at editing, so that's all I seem to do in the evenings. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I will pass you over to a few little snippets of what Jason's been up to today.
Hello, good morning. Back at Aldborough. First part of the job is done. Now I'm just back to enjoy the beach today. I don't know if you can see behind me there is a lifeboat station. Right over there, I think we just see a tractor outside. So yeah, that's me today, ready to load the carriage later when they've finished breaking it all up. So let's go see how they're getting on. Hello. Well, that was a bit of a day. We finally just finished, got the carriage on. Very lumpy, heavy thing, so that's all done. Park on the Plum tonight. The delights of Aldborough again tonight, which I'm more than happy with. So yeah, unfortunately, Aldborough's lost the A or B status, so they've lost the big boat. Hence why I'm collecting the big carriage today. So yeah, a bit of a change for the town. Lots of questions, lots of concern from the locals. Why? What's happening? But it's been going on for months. But I suppose when I turn up, it all turns into a bit of a drama. So but yeah, good day all in all. So I'm going to go over there again to the famous mill inn for something to eat, and then head back to Wales tomorrow. So yeah, we got there in the end. There'll be a few videos of the beach and the tractor moving around and stuff. So for those that are interested, that's what happened today. See you later. Bye.